Poppy.ai part 2. So I had my call yesterday with Killian from Poppy.ai, something I truly recommend. The onboarding call is going to help you so much because what Killian did was he showed me ways of actually optimizing credits, but also showed me sample boards and actual boards that they had created for some of their clients. And it was really interesting because you can burn through a lot of credits if you do things the wrong way. So what did he tell me? He told me things like generating images, generating websites, etc. will burn through a lot of credits. That's understandable, of course, because I mean it's going to take more work to actually generate a website, etc. So that's the first thing. Um, the second thing to note is that your credits, you want to make sure that you use them up, they don't roll over. So that's really, really important. So if you buy today, you might see that it says your monthly credits or your bonus credits will expire at the end of the month. I'm not sure which ones expire first, but just be aware. But it's clearly shown, and I'll show you that now in a second. Um, the other thing about doing one of these onboarding calls is they actually give you 5,000 credits, 1,000 over each month. So that is really, really helpful. But you'll learn a lot from it. Now, I was quite blown away by what I learned in Poppy and what I actually did. And yes, I burnt through more of those bonus credits that I got. But let me just show you my Poppy board. And I've constructed it incorrectly. Let me tell you that, first of all. And the reason why I say I've done it incorrectly is because I have so much content that I put in. I mean, if I try and zoom out here, what you're going to see is, I mean, the board is getting messy, so I have to clean up the board. Killian, I mean, did show me that these boards can get massive. And the idea here with the boards is that you can connect bits and pieces to different boards. So let me show you what I did yesterday based on what he said. Now, here are the credits, and it tells me credits reset in 5 days. Okay, so I've used 850 of 3,000 credits used this month. Okay, because he added a couple of extra credits for me. So here's something that I want to do, and I was really pleased with. Was let me see, where will I go first? Okay, so I asked it to take my website and create a carousel. Okay, and this was the carousel that it created. Okay, now it took the colors of the original website. Let me just see if I can double click on this to make it bigger. It took the colors of the original website, and I'll tell you why I said the original website, and it created this carousel within maybe 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, now each carousel used up maybe 150, 200 credits, but I mean, for me to do that in Canva would take me hours. Okay, the text is perfect, the graphics are perfect. This I showed it to somebody and they said, "Oh yeah, that happens to me when I'm trying to write emails and English is not my native language." So it got it spot on, and it took the content from my actual website. Now, with that carousel, what I can do is I can just download. If I click here, I can download all, or I can edit if I want. So super powerful. Now, here comes the really powerful thing. And let me show you this live. So if I open up a chat here, I'm going to connect this carousel to this chat. And I'm going to say, based on the carousel, I always get carousel wrong, create a new one following the style and talk about the importance of, let me see, of persuasion in English. Okay, so now it doesn't really matter if I spell it wrong there. So let's just see what that does. So it goes off, it starts to think. In theory, what it's going to do is it's going to only use this part of its knowledge to output a carousel. Okay. Now, while we're doing that, and this is where you have to be a little bit more organized because everything starts to go all over the place here. But while we're doing that, let me show you what else I did. So I'm using Poppy, I actually changed my website. Okay, I changed the colors. I made it a little bit different. And now what I wanted to do was I wanted to make sure that it creates these. Uh, I wanted to make sure that it creates the carousels using that color scheme. And there we are. Okay, it actually did that. Okay, same, more or less same content, but with the different colors. Now, here's the Poppy chat here. Okay, it knows dark navy, bold white, gold, red palette, emotionally driven, and a paint solution arc. Okay, so it's telling me these are the slides it's going to create. Now, what did I'd have to go back, but we've probably used maybe 100 100 credits so far. Okay, now I don't mind because even here's what I was telling Killian. If I had 10,000 credits a month, I would probably get lost in rabbit holes. I know I have about 3,000 credits per month, so I really, really, really have to focus on what I'm doing. I have to focus on what I wanted to produce. So this is gonna produce this in a second, okay? And what it does here is, before we go anywhere, it asks, is this the right style? So this is perfect. This is exactly the same style as here. Okay, so I'm going to say yes to this because I'm not going to change over my and let's keep a look on the credits here, 2127. I'm not going to change I'm not going to change my website over yet. So I'm going to build a couple of these carousels and then change over to the new look. So it's going to go off and it's going to work. Now, I've had VAs. I've had my share of trying to do this in Canva, and it just takes time. I mean, a VA might cost you, if you're lucky, I don't know, 40, 40 euros a week. I don't know, 30 euros a week. So that's 30, 60, that's 120. Poppy's going to cost you, if you go for tier three, $899. Plus, if you buy it at the moment, there's a 10% discount on AppSumo. Plus, you're going to get those extra credits for doing onboarding calls for 5 months. It can produce something really, really good. So here's slide 2. Okay. Being correct isn't enough. Okay. So it's clicking, it's going on the pain points that my audience definitely have. Okay. I mean, this is just, I couldn't have done this better. Now, I didn't go and I didn't think of the text. I didn't do anything like that. It's actually just done it for me. Now, also one of the things that I worked on last night is I have to give, I want to develop a course, and this has helped me develop a new English course as well. So let's look at the next slide that we have. And your colleague said the same thing and got the credit. Okay. So I mean, the imagery is exactly the same. Again, asking a designer to do this is going to cost you time and money, whereas you can do it all in Poppy. Now, once you create a style, or once you have that style created from your website, and this is one of the probably the most valuable thing that Killian taught me, was disconnect this and then reconnect it on the other side of the chat. So the left-hand side of the chat is for input, the right-hand side is for output. So once you have a design like this, I can go into another chat and I can just use that as the basis. Now, a couple of things that you should do, and what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have to spend some time next week doing, is if you have different elements, I mean, you see this board is just it's going crazy. You can copy a text from a chat. And let me just do that. I don't know what this text is here, but I'm going to copy that text. And then what I can do is I could paste that text in here. Okay, let me see. Actually, let me zoom up because I don't think I did that properly. So let me go here. Okay, I can copy that text. And then what I can do is I can create a text box. And I should be able to paste that in there. Okay, so that can now become either just a reference for me, or that can become the input that I wanted to use. So actually, this is the one that I want to use. I can use that, okay, as an input, and I can put a new text box there. So there's a lot of potential here that you can use. And again, this is just video 2. I'm just touching the surface. Let's have a look at this. It's still building this out. Um, you can't push back in English. Okay, yeah, another common problem that I see. And in your language, you're convincing. In English, you sound unsure. Okay, so it's giving me all of these perfect graphics. Now, what are we down on credits? We're down another 100 credits. So it might be actually maybe my calculation went wrong, but it could be 100 credits per uh, per part of the carousel. So you might use, depending, you might use, well, no, it's not even, because if we look at it there, okay, it's actually finished it's nearly finished that carousel. Um, so we're talking maybe 200 or 300. I mean, one of the things that you have to be careful with these tools is, and it happens to me, is don't get fixated with the credit. I mean, don't get fixated and go, oh my God, that took 42 credits. That took 62 credits. Um, Plan out what you want to do. I mean, it's very easy to go crazy with something like Poppy. Somebody in my previous video asked me, what is the difference between Poppy and Raymalt? And I'm starting to see it. I think Raymalt is your entry level car, okay, gets you from A to B. Poppy is your sports car that's going to get you there faster and do things better, okay? Um, Again, here I haven't told it what to put in here, and it's doing everything perfect. So once this finishes, what I can do is I can just click on download all, or I could click on edit. Now let's see how those credits are doing. We started, let me see. Actually, it wasn't too bad. I think actually maybe that was about 200 credits that I used. Okay, but again, perfectly done. Okay, it's using the same format, etc. So definitely really good. And that's just the first thing. Um, what what Killian showed me was, I mean, he showed me boards where they have been working with a client and they put in all their VSLs. They put in a lot of the key videos that tells you how to write key VSLs. They've put this into the person's voice, and now what can happen is the VA, this person's VA, I don't want to give any indication of who it was. I know who it is, but I'm not going to tell you. This person's VA can then go in and they can write a sales VSL or a sales page just by answering a few questions. So for me, let me just stop my share there. For me, I have to say Poppy is amazing. There's a link in the description. If you like this video, if I've answered your questions, if I've given you a good insight, please, I would appreciate if you use my link. If not, it's okay, but that would be nice. Make sure that you like this video. Make sure that you follow the channel for more honest reviews. Um, Not only with Poppy as I continue my journey with Poppy, but also with other software that's coming on board in AppSumo. I shall see you in the next video.